It's Rebecca Overson. So excited to be with you this morning for another, gosh, I want to say edition of what we've been doing lately on Thursdays, where you get to hear from massage therapists that are just like you, who have had doubts and fears and struggles either starting or growing their own practices. You know, we all encounter hurdles, and sometimes we just don't know how to overcome them. And so many of you in this group are here because either you haven't hit that point yet, you don't want to hit that point, or you have hit that point where you're just considering giving up on your dream. And I don't want that for any of you. That's why I created this. That's why I do mentoring and coaching. It's so that you guys can have what you want and not have to give up on your dreams like I did for a period of time. Obviously, you guys all know my story. The comeback is so great when you know how to take control of your business. So today we're going to talk to Alexis. She is a graduate of my 8-week Rock Your Massage practice. You guys have the opportunity to hear directly from Alexis about some of the challenges that she overcame. Hey, woman!
Hello.
What's up? Great to see you. I got to
Great to
fix
see you.
my camera angle here so we're sharing our screen there. There we go. So how's it going?
Great.
Yeah?
Yes,
You're in Napa,
I
California.
am.
Yeah. Okay, so tell us how long you've been in practice and what your niche is.
So I've been doing massage for 10 years, straight out of high school. Been on my own for
Like me.
3. Yes.
Yeah.
Been out of on my own for 3 years, and I work with people who are experiencing grief, anxiety, and depression.
Awesome. Did you have that niche before we started working together?
No,
Or did we create
I was
that? Okay,
just
that's what
trying.
I thought.
Yeah, I was just trying to get everybody and anybody on my table.
Yeah, and for those of you that haven't seen my free training, 5 shifts for creating a successful massage practice, that's shift number 1 right there. Stop trying to get everybody and anybody on your massage table. It's a recipe for failure, right? So
hmm
good. Okay, so been a massage therapist for 10 years, 3 years on your own.
hmm
What were you doing for the 7 years prior to going on your own?
Working at spas
Yeah.
and just seeing a lot of
Did you
tourists.
like that, or what prompted you to go out on your own?
I was working for this one spa that saw a lot of locals and a lot of tourists, and I was just booked solid all the time, and my clients were like, I would follow you to wherever you go. You really need to just go on your own. And I did, and they didn't follow. But
I
yeah.
hear that. I'm
So,
laughing because I hear that so much. So many massage therapists are just like you, where they're super booked and super popular at the spa that they're at.
hmm
And so they think, okay, I'm going to go out on my own because I can make more money, right? Gosh, I'm getting paid $30 at this spa. I could make 95 on my own, right? And all my clients are going to
hmm
follow me and they all think I'm awesome. And then you go out on your own and you have no idea how to get clients. Oh
Yeah,
my
I
gosh.
had like one client when I
Wow.
went out. Yeah.
Wow. So then what was happening what was happening that caused you to reach out for help?
I'm always looking into new things, and um, I was doing marketing and not correctly, and I just kind of ran into your group through another massage therapist group, and I was like, you know what? Things don't happen just for the heck of it. Um, I'm just gonna see what they're about, and I'm in a spot where I don't want to work for anybody else. I love what I do. I love my clients. I know that I could help a lot of people. I just don't know how to do it. I don't know
Mm.
how to get out there. I don't know how to talk to people. I feel like if I'm good at what I do, people are just gonna come, and it doesn't work that way.
Yeah, it's another really big myth, you guys. I combat that one all the time. Well, if you're just good at massage, then you'll have a full practice. It's
Yeah.
totally not true.
No.
Right? Yeah, it's like, yeah, big myth there. So what had you been doing to market? What mistakes were you making that you now realize are mistakes?
My wording was off. and I
Okay.
got a few creeps. I
Yeah.
haven't had any
Okay.
creeps lately. That's great.
Yay. We
Um,
fixed that. We fixed that problem all day.
yeah,
Right.
yeah, no more creeps.
Okay.
And I was marketing through magazines or just like doing Facebook stuff or Instagram stuff that was just very needy,
Mm.
very pushy.
Can you give an
And
example of that? Because I think that a lot of massage therapists that are doing needy and pushy advertising don't realize it. I mean, I'm sure you didn't at the time, but
mhm.
what was needy and pushy about what you were doing? Can you think of an example?
Yes, everything that I was posting was not exactly information that was helpful. It
Mm.
was just like, hey, I have an appointment opening, want to come in, or 20 million sales, and
Mm.
just hurry up and get in here, and just that kind of stuff. Nothing very helpful to them or
Yeah.
enticing to
Yeah.
reach out.
Was that just because you were desperate to like just get anyone on your table or yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I
Hmm.
remember you said you were doing ridiculous discounts, like just trying to bribe people to get on your table.
Yeah.
How was that feeling to you at the time to be doing that and not getting the results you wanted? What was the general mood for you at the time?
Frustrating
Yeah.
because I felt like I was doing all these discounted massages and
Mm.
feeling like I wasn't getting paid what I was worth.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it was just frustrating because I was working on all these people, and then of course they were just coming in for the discounts because a lot of people do that. I
Mm-hmm.
was retaining people, and I have some really great loyal clients, but I was finding that even people that were wealthy, and I mean, I live in Napa. I had
Yeah,
some,
Napa's not cheap, y'all. Napa, California is like wine country. Like it's expensive to live there. So,
yeah.
yeah.
So I was frustrated because I knew I was worth more. And I was
Mm,
frustrated because I had these clients that I was trying to get back, and I knew we're going to come back anyway, but just trying to get them back sooner. And
mm,
there's one particular person that I have in mind. She's a winery owner, very successful
mm,
winery owner. And I had this thing called Self Care Wednesdays where it was like a certain amount off sessions. And she's like, all right, just book me for every Wednesday. And I'm like, that's kind of not what, you know?
yeah.
Yeah. And yeah. So
Wow,
that, yeah. So
that's super frustrating.
yeah, my confidence was pretty low because of that also.
Mm. What were you starting to doubt? Were you doubting that you could do
Um,
it at all? Were you doubting your
yeah,
skills? Like what was
absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah, I was at a point where I'm gonna I was ready to close
Mm,
my practice, and it's not, I don't want to do that. I love
yeah.
what I do. It's flexible. I have three kids, so it's flexible with my kids' schedule. It's what I love. I It's just what I love. I get so much out of it, just like my
Mm,
my clients do, and I don't want to do anything else. And I
yeah.
was getting to a point where I was just going to have to, I don't know, work a night shift somewhere or something.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And why was it important for you, other than that you love massage, but why was it important for you to not give up on your dream just because you were struggling?
Because um, I know that I can make a difference
Mm,
with what I do.
yeah.
And I know that this is where I can help. This is where I can really make a difference in people's lives. And I didn't want, I mean, it's my gift. It's a gift. And
Yeah.
the reason I got into it was because of my grandpa. My grandpa was my best friend. And I kind of felt
Mm,
like if giving up on that would just kind of be failing myself as well.
hmm. Am I remembering, do you still work on your grandpa? Do you give massages
No.
to your grandpa or you hung out with your like what was it about giving up on your dream that made you feel like you were giving up on your grandpa? What's the connection there?
So as a teen, I was rebellious, horrible. I don't know what I would do if my kids came out like I did, but It was bad. My mom decided to send me to Mexico
Mm,
for a year and a half because she was like, I just cannot, I don't know what to do with you. So she sent me to
mm,
Mexico.
mm.
I lived with my grandma and
Which
my
is where your
grandpa.
family's from, where her family's from, you guys,
Yes,
okay? It's not
yes,
like her
yes.
mom just sends her to Mexico. Go to Mexico!
Get
Go
out
to
of here.
Mexico and live with family.
Yeah, that's actually where I was born also.
Mm, yeah.
Um, so was living with my grandparents, my grandpa, my best friend, always has been.
Mm,
I love him. And he had horses and cows and a ranch and crops and all kinds of stuff. So he would come home and he would just be super tired and I'd like, you know what, Grandpa, let me just work on your feet or massage your hands a little bit and just seeing how much of a difference it made for him. And he
mm,
always, I mean, even though I was like a rebellious child, he always had hopes and dreams for me. He always
mm,
believed in me. So I feel
mm,
like if I gave up on this, especially getting into it because of him, I felt like I would kind of be giving up on that too,
mm,
or
mm.
disappointing him a
Yeah.
little bit. Yeah.
Like he was somebody that really championed you and supported you and believed in you
Yeah.
when you didn't believe in yourself. So,
Mhm.
yeah, I love that. That's beautiful. So
Yeah.
tell us what happened. What were the biggest breakthroughs that happened for you during the program? Like what shifted, what results, what happened for you?
Mindset. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, mindset. I remember the first call with you and the group, the
Hmm.
first Q&A call.
Hmm.
Um, it was I remember it was a Tuesday and I called from my phone and it says press *6 to unmute yourself. And then
Yeah.
you said, "Oh, who's calling from 707 blah blah blah." And I was like, "Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that's me. How do I do this?" And I muted and unmuted myself like 20 times and I never said a word. And here I am today.
On the
So it
camera
was
talking.
on the camera talking
Yeah.
to all these
Yeah.
people. Yeah. So that
Yeah.
was huge for me. Huge. I used to have horrible anxiety just talking to other people. I didn't know how to talk to anybody about what I do. So that's been just in my personal life and in my business, it's been huge. I'm
Mm,
talking to people that I never even dream of talking
mm,
to.
hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little something got unleashed there,
Mhm.
sounds like. We let Alexis off the
Yeah.
leash. She had put herself uh put herself on, right? And I think for a lot of massage therapists, it happens that way, and that like you have these gifts, but you sound like a weirdo talking about it, and so you don't talk about it because you don't want to sound like a weirdo, or
Mhm.
you just don't, or maybe you're just not. I mean, was it that you weren't really connected to what you have to offer, or that you just didn't know how to articulate it,
I didn't know
or
how to
something else?
articulate it. I didn't know how to
Mm-hmm.
speak about it.
Mm-hmm.
And imposter syndrome. Am I good
Mm-hmm.
enough?
Mm-hmm.
Which was
Mm-hmm.
huge when talking, trying to sell myself or whatever. Um,
Yeah.
I was just afraid that I wasn't going to be able to deliver, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, there were a lot of things in there. You're making connections with people who value and appreciate what you do and are now
mhm,
sending clients to you because they trust you.
mhm,
That's a big change from posting desperate things on Facebook and Instagram trying to get clients, right? Um,
absolutely.
you said I'm more happy in my personal life. My anxiety is almost non-existent, or at least no longer stopping me from what I want to do.
Mhm.
So I'm so curious, like what shifted? What did you let go of, or what did you develop that has allowed you to just show up in your authentic self and your authentic power?
Um, it's been a lot of things. It's been just realizing that I have this gift that I need to share and that it's
Yeah.
bigger than me
Yes.
and that it's if I stay quiet, I'm not going to be able to help anybody.
It
The
seems like we
people
have
that I
this
want to
conversation
help.
a lot, right, in the
Hmm.
program.
Yeah. Hmm.
Because I always say, why the number one reason massage therapists struggle is because they don't know who they are.
Mm-hmm.
So they're running around, y'all are running around looking for books and advice and tips and tricks and how to market on Instagram and how to build a website. That's not it, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's not it. So you, and I know we did a little bit of one-on-one work and stuff like that too, where you reached out and were just like, help me. And we just, we do whatever it
Yeah.
takes to get you connected with who you are and what gifts you have to offer. It's like a
Mm-hmm.
total reframe. I love it. Okay. And then you said, I'm no longer hoping things will happen, but rather making them happen. And then I love you said, I went out to dance with my husband and friends this weekend and had an amazing time. Tell us about this. Tell us about dancing.
So, yes, it's huge for me. I used to be so judgmental,
Mm,
and I think it's because I was judgmental of myself, and
mm-hmm,
I didn't want to make a fool out of myself, or I didn't want anybody to look at me, or, just very, very, very self-conscious.
mm,
And I went out there and we had an amazing time. It was with his friends that I've never gone out with before because I was just so like, oh, what are they going to think of me type of thing. And I've known them
mm,
forever, but I've never came out of my shell.
mm.
Um, and I had a blast. It was great to just dance and have an amazing time with everybody. So that was
Awesome.
huge for me. So I've been, and my relationship with my in-laws is getting better. I'm just being me. I'm being who I know I am, and I don't care if they're gonna judge me. And I'm just sharing my happiness everywhere.
Now that you don't have a suppress button on yourself,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Mhm.
And because you also mentioned, that you're making things happen instead of like waiting for things to happen, you
Mhm.
know, that's a that's a byproduct too. Like one of my goals in helping massage therapists be successful in their own practices is that you get connected to who you are, but we also have to remove the obstacles that are between you and authentically being who you are. And
Mhm.
as you guys can see from what she said, it's a global impact. It's so, it's not just here's some tips how to grow your business. It's we have to grow you because your business is you. Your business, you are your product. You
Mhm.
are your service, right? So what kind of changes have you seen in your business? Are like in dollars and cents wise and client growth? Just give us an idea of maybe some before and now, anything that you're comfortable sharing, just to give people an idea of what those internal changes have resulted, in on the outside. Anything
So
that
I
you want to
make
share.
Yeah, I'm making a lot of new connections. I had two new clients yesterday that fit my niche, which I always
Woo!
thought like, oh, who's gonna want to go for massage because of these things.
Right.
But I'm discovered that a lot of my clients are actually coming to me because of my niche, and they didn't
Mm-hmm.
know it, and I didn't know it until I said it. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and I have my goals as far as where I want to be are um, a lot more clear, and I'm working
Mm,
towards those. Um,
awesome.
I'm not where I want to be yet, but it's a transition, and I'm getting there. Something big that I've noticed in my practice is the respect from other professionals.
That's always
And
fun.
yes, yeah, I did a another big change has or progress has been being able to talk to professionals, and I gave a speech at a support group that I was so excited and it went amazing. And so I'm having a lot of people from there call me as well. And I'm just
Great.
serving all these people that I want to serve, that I want to help, that I want to just ease their pain a little bit. So
Mm,
my practice is growing in that way. I am getting
awesome.
I'm attracting the clients that love me and appreciate my work and appreciate me and really value what I do.
Yeah, and
And
aren't asking for discounts all the time, right?
no, no more discounts. No more discounts. No.
That's awesome. Well, and you only, let's see, you did the program in May,
Yeah.
right? May, June,
I
July. So you've literally been out of the program for like 2 months,
a month.
right?
1 month.
A
Yeah.
month. Yeah, a
Yeah.
month. So
Mhm.
good. So lots of shifts in the foundation and
Mhm.
continuing to build on a new foundation. That's awesome.
Yes.
I'm so excited. Yeah, and I'm so proud of you with that speech too, because you were super nervous to do that, and then you just went in and crushed it, you know?
Yes. I did
I'll give you
amazing.
all my ninja secrets. Is public speaking part of the program? No, it's not. But if you need
No,
coaching in public speaking, I can help you with that. So,
absolutely.
um, I love it. You said you're genuinely happy and proud of yourself and confident in yourself, getting your numbers in order, your business in order. It just seems like you feel really in control,
Mhm.
and empowered instead of like confused and distressed about your business.
Oh
Is that
yeah. I
accurate
mean,
to say?
yeah, there was times where I was just I mean, I had sleepless nights. Like, how am I going to do this? I'd wake
Yeah,
up at 3, 4 in the morning and start doing computer work and like trying to take all these extra credit courses and whatnot and trying to figure out where the money was. But I'm no
yeah.
longer doing that. I'm just trusting it and I'm confident. I know I'm going to do amazing things
It's so
for
good.
sure.
I
Hmm.
know you are too, because you already are. I mean, just look, like you're so congruent. Do you guys see this in her? Like just this peaceful, like present, congruent person. And a lot of what people are buying into when they do work with you, it's not even necessarily what you do, although you do have to be good at it. They're buying into who you are.
Hmm. Yeah.
They're looking at you at an unconscious level saying, is this person trustworthy? Is this person safe? They're never going to say that. They're never going to ask that. But that is what they're
Hmm.
asking in so many ways. So it's our job as massage therapists to do the work that we need to do to present that part of ourselves to the world, not that part, to present ourselves to the world in that very, very congruent way, and see, and again,
Absolutely.
this is like, you're not going to find any of this in How to Build a Massage Practice business books, you guys. It's
Hmm.
transformation, not information. That's my job, right? I like that.
Absolutely.
I just pulled up your application for when you talked to Coach Amy when you enrolled in the program, and
Hmm.
she vetted you to make sure you were, that it was a good fit and invited you to the program. Um, you said, I mostly see people who are in pain, right? Which is everyone, you guys, right? So that's shifted. You have your niche. Oh, and somebody was
Yes.
asking what your niche is. It's grief, anxiety, and depression.
Anxiety and depression. Hmm.
Okay, love it. And then were you getting referrals from the chiropractor that you were renting from? I can't
Yeah, and I
remember.
still I
Okay,
still am, but they're fitting my niche, which is pretty cool.
good. Yeah, very, very good. Let's see. You said the biggest reason for not hitting your goals was your insecurities and putting yourself out there, not knowing how and who to market to. Well, damn, we definitely solved that problem.
Hmm.
Like, check. I love it. Okay, good. And then, yeah, you said I'm determined. I love what I do. I'm great at it, but I'm not so great at advertising, and I need a push and guidance. And with that, I know I can succeed. So there you go. Living proof right there, right? 8 weeks to a unleashed, confident, congruent, aligned woman who's, really
Yes.
serving people in the way that you want to serve them. So
Hmm.
awesome. Is there anything else you want to share with people? Let me see if there's any other questions really quick. Hold on. So some of these we can address too, actually. So Crystal Marie was asking, she said, how do you talk to people? Do you just strike up conversations with random people? We actually have a very deep dive communication aspect of the curriculum and a coach to help people with that. And so, yeah, we do
And
teach
he's
you how to
amazing.
just, he is amazing.
He
He's
is.
very successful, right?
Hmm.
How important do you think communication is when in determining the success of a massage therapist? Like, what percentage of success would you chalk up to that particular skill?
Like 80,
Do you think it's more
75,
important than your
80%.
massage skills? It
Absolutely.
actually is. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So way to go, not running around looking for more modalities to throw into your
Hmm.
practice when really what you needed to learn how to do is communicate, right?
So, yeah, one thing that happened when I spoke to this support group, which, by the way, this support group is part of the biggest hospice center here in Napa County. And they actually want me to offer my services to their employees as well. So
Oh my gosh.
that's pretty amazing. It's
Yep.
huge.
Yep.
Um, Something that came up during that support group was one of the persons. I said, when you're receiving a massage, it's so normal for you to experience emotional release, especially when you're going in for something like this. I said, you
Mm.
may cry, you might laugh, you might not say a word, and it's all completely normal. And she said, wow, I'm so glad that you said that because the last massage I got, I was crying and I felt so embarrassed. So making sure
Mm.
that, communicating that it's okay because we know what we do and we know what's normal and things that could happen. But for
Yeah.
somebody that doesn't experience massage often, or even if they do experience massage often, they might not know that how things are connected. So definitely communication and not assuming that people know
Yeah.
things is
Yeah.
pretty big.
Yeah. And it's not just knowing what to say, but how to say it,
Yeah.
which comes out of how you're being. It's not like,
Hmm.
are there scripts and syntax that works? Absolutely. But do you just strike up conversations with random people? Are you able to do that now if you need to?
Hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's a huge
and
breakthrough.
I'm yeah, and I'm able to say what I do, not, oh, I'm a massage therapist.
Right,
You
and then
know,
get all
I do
the wrong
massage.
clients.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All these
So
people
how
that
do
are
you,
saying,
sorry, go ahead.
all these people that say, "Oh, my shoulder hurts," or "Oh, do you do anything else?" type of comments are no longer existent.
I know, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It can be a little obnoxious, you
Mhm.
know? You like sit down, at dinner with some friends. It's like, what do you do? And you're like, I'm a massage therapist. And they're like, oh, yeah, like I'm just gonna just start working on you at
Right
dinner
now, yeah. Mhm.
right now. So what are some ways that you explain what you do to people? I know it's different depending on who you're talking to, but what do you say now about who you are and what you offer and it's specific to your niche?
Well, I say I'm a massage therapist. I've been doing this for a few years, and I my practice focuses on people who are experiencing grief, anxiety, and depression because our emotional and physical self are so connected, and everything that we experience physically or emotionally we experience physically whether we realize it or not. And
Mm,
so that's what my practice addresses.
awesome.
That's why. Hmm.
I bet that's very intriguing when you say that to people. I bet they have a
Yeah,
lot more questions.
many questions. Hmm.
Yeah. Excellent. I love it. I'm so proud of you, and I'm just
Thank
really
you.
excited to see that, it's like you have a plan now. We've corrected the cracks in the foundation, or maybe just built a whole new foundation. And now you're
Hmm.
able to just steadily build and build and build and know what you're doing instead of wasting your time trying to figure out what to do. Now you're just executing all of the strategies and the plans that we gave you. And
Hmm.
here you go. We should bring you back 6 months from now for an update, see where you're at and what's
Yes.
happening.
Yes.
So awesome.
So
Okay,
I
any
have one more
advice?
thing.
Yeah, yeah, go
I
ahead.
have one celebration. So part of the
Yeah,
mindset stuff and manifesting,
yeah.
I just manifested a whole separate office in my same building for half the price, half the price of what
Wow.
I'm paying, just so that I could do all my work and I could separate my home stuff from my work stuff and just leave it
Hmm.
all there. And
Wow.
so I thought that was pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. A little bit of, we do a little bit of strategy and a little bit of magic, and
Magic for sure.
there
Hmm.
is some magic, but it's the magic that It's the magic that comes from being aligned with your purpose and being clear
Yeah.
about your goals and knowing what you want.
Mm-hmm.
No more guessing, no more hoping, no more throwing spaghetti at the wall and,
Yeah.
hoping that it sticks. And that's, I think that's the calmness that we see in you instead of the
Mm-hmm.
anxiousness and the fear that's driving the show. So,
Yeah.
way to take the reins, babe.
Thank you.
So
And thank
great.
you.
You're welcome.
I am so thankful for you.
Hmm.
Absolutely thankful for you.
It's an
And
honor.
I believe that nothing happens just because, and I'm very, very grateful and thankful that I went with my instinct to reach out to you. And you've
Yeah.
definitely made such a huge difference in my life. You've gave
Mm,
me some amazing tools. So thank you.
mm. You're so welcome. It's like, it's really so what I live for. I mean, as a body worker, I love helping people to heal. And I had a
Hmm.
very successful career working one-on-one with people. And now that I get to impact all of you healers out there in the world, and what gets me up in the morning is thinking about the Alexises of the world and the grieving people that you help. That I get to help you touch all of those people that really need you is such, it's making my eyes wet
Hmm.
talking about it. It really is it's a sacred duty for me. It's a sacred honor and privilege, and I appreciate what it takes. I appreciate that you faced the struggle and that you didn't give up on it, on your dream. But most importantly, that you had the courage to act, because I ask a lot of people, you know, I do, right? This is not like what I do. It's not easy with people. It's not like, oh, hey, here's some,
Mm-mm.
it's right. The course is pretty rigorous and freaking overwhelming. And like
Oh
Alexis said
yeah.
before, she didn't even talk on the first call. She was so scared,
Hmm.
you know, right? But I, I, I have so much respect for the goddess that you are, like the person that you are, and the gifts that you have to give. And I have absolutely no respect for your excuses about why you're not being that, right? So it
Hmm.
takes a really courageous person to be willing to step into this unknown future that you dream about but have never had in your real experience, and to do the freaking work
Yeah.
to get there. Because my most successful students, they work their heinies off, and for you, is, as it turns out, it was a lot of the inner work that was the heavy
Hmm.
lifting, that was that kind of final ingredient that just allowed all of your gifts to come flooding out with that clarity and all that
Hmm.
stuff. It's so
Yeah.
great. So I just love you so much, and I'm so grateful that you trusted me to lock arms with you and walk you through this journey, because you've got it now. You have
I
everything you
do.
need. You really do.
Absolutely.
You've got that congruence and that confidence, and that's yours forever, you know?
I
So,
got called gracious after that
mm.
support group thing, and I was like, what? She's like,
Oh,
you're
that's a
so
beautiful,
gracious. And I was like,
so
oh.
great. But that's
Yeah.
about getting your own shit, pardon the
Hmm.
phrase, but out of the way so
Hmm.
that you can be a vessel, so that something can come through you, which is this space of healing for people that are grieving and
Hmm.
have anxiety and depression. If you're so caught up in what do people think of you,
Hmm.
and are you doing it right, and avoiding looking bad, that message can't come through you. It hits you on the back of the head, but it never comes through your mouth.
Hmm.
And so I really honor you for the work that you did to get that stuff out of the way, take out the mind trash, take out the
Hmm.
inner trash, so that you can reveal that light that you have to offer. I'm so proud of you. Yeah,
Thank you.
way to go, girl. So for
Mm.
those of you that are want to learn more about the transformation that I help people make in such a short period of time, which, by the way, I get a lot of flack. I've been getting a lot of flack on the internet lately, Alexis,
I
because people are
heard.
just like, how can she charge that much, and how that like all that stuff. And it's like, guys, it's the results speak for themselves. It's
Absolutely.
about transformation. I could sell you some stupid $39 ebook, and that's not what you need. You need someone who's going to look with you and help you do the work that you need to do in order to be who you want to be on this planet, you know. So some people were asking, so just go to rockyourmassagepractice.com. If you haven't registered for my free training, the link is right on there. It's a 60-minute free webinar that's just so eye-opening for so many people. And then you can also schedule a call with me or Coach Amy. We do these 60-minute discovery calls that are just, it's really about clarity. It's not a sales pitch. It's clarity.
Mm-mm.
You're talking most of the time so that you can really look at what am I dealing with? You know, what's happening? How do I fix it? Where do I want to go? And, you know, we'll give you the exact steps you need to take to get where you want to go. Or if we feel like it's not a good fit, then we'll point you in a different direction too, you know. So we're really here to serve you. And those calls are absolutely free. But we do ask that you're, you know, serious about making changes in your business now, that you are, you know, willing to do the work, that you're committed, you know, all that stuff. That it's not just like we have a lot of people to serve. So don't book a call if you're don't really have a problem. You know, we solve big problems.
Yes.
Okay. So,
and be ready to be overwhelmed.
Yes.
Because like I said, if you're not overwhelmed, you're not doing it correctly.
Yeah, well, I always say there's a difference between being overwhelmed with, I don't know what the F I'm doing.
Yeah.
And nothing's working and the ship is going down, right? The ship is sinking. There's the overwhelm of like bailing water as the you know, vessel is taking on water. But there's also the overwhelm of, now I know what to do and I have to do it.
Yes.
And realizing that there's a lot of work ahead of you, you
Mm-hmm.
know, totally different types of overwhelm, but we offer ridiculous amounts of support to our students, you know, so hopefully that helps takes the edge off, you know. But
it's definitely been one of the best decisions of my life for sure.
Thank you. I'm really, really proud. I'm proud, and thank you for saying that, you know. So it's rockyourmassagepractice.com. I think somebody just posted, maybe Robin did.
Mm-hmm.
Is Robin on the call? Oh, yay, Robin's on the call. Yeah, it's rockyourmassagepractice.com. And then there's the free webinar you can watch. It runs like 8 hours a day. At the top of the hour, you can just register for it. And then we also send you the replay and the transcript and all that stuff, so you have that as a resource. And then for those of you that meet the criteria that we outlined there, please, you know, we've got, I know Amy's got a couple openings this week. I may even have a couple openings, I think, tomorrow, to talk to those of you that are really ready to do something about it and stop struggling to figure it out on your own. So yeah, you're all invited to do that. So any other questions that you have, you guys post them below, or any other high fives for Alexis, make sure that you put that in there too. And Alexis, thank you so much for joining me today and for being willing to do this. Thanks for taking time out of your day. So
absolutely,
really,
thank you.
I really appreciate you. Yeah. All right, girl. Well, we'll see you on the other side.
All right.
Thank you. Alexis is so awesome, and you guys are so awesome. And it is awesome to, you know, to know that you can make those changes, that you can create your dreams, is it scary? Yes. Is it overwhelming? Yes. Is it hard? Yes. I'm not going to lie to you. There's a reason why most massage therapists fail to be successfully self-employed. I failed for 8 years and then quit. And then I came back and figured it out. You know, I hacked it. I cracked the code. And that's what I teach all day now, is helping liberate massage therapists from their unnecessary struggles, and liberate them from poverty, and liberate them from crappy jobs where they're being, you know, paid crappy wages and working crappy hours and, you know, all that stuff. Guys, this is a hard industry to be in. It really is hard because it demands a lot of us physically, spiritually, and emotionally. And why there's such a high burnout rate is because people aren't making the money that they want to make. It ends up not being worth it. You know, you can only pour your heart and soul out for so long and not see anything for it before it just breaks your heart and then you just give up. And I don't want that for any of you. And I want you to know, if you're struggling, it's not your fault. Massage schools are not here to teach us how to succeed in business. They're here to teach us how to get a license. Okay, so they do their jobs and that's great. But if you really do want to succeed in business for yourself, you have to go to business school. You really, really do. Don't kid yourself. Okay, just like a business person, if they want to succeed at massage, they need to go to massage school. Just because an accountant knows accounting doesn't mean they'll be good at massage. So just because you're good at massage doesn't mean you'll be good at accounting. Do you know what I mean? Like they're totally separate skills. So you have to really learn how to run a business. And in Alexis's case, the biggest thing that was stopping her was not necessarily the knowledge she didn't have, but it was what was in the way of her being able to express herself. And we really do work with you and coach you. We do group coaching, we do one-on-one coaching so that you really get whatever it is that you want out of the 8-week program. So yeah, super awesome. I know, way to go, right? High fives and all that good stuff. So, all right, you guys. So thanks for joining me today. We're going to have another edition of this next week, and then just watch during the week. I'm always doing these pop-up live Q&As or specific topics. So if you have any questions that you'd like me to answer, feel free to just message me through my Rebecca Overson Coaching Facebook page. If you have a specific question, and I'm happy to answer those for you. Okay. All right, you guys, rock on and have an awesome day. We'll see you.